Hello, 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 and welcome back to Infinite Roleplay, and I am, of course, as always, Nelson. This is part 2 of the mapping of the continent of Abadu, one of the many continents in the world of Gemini, the Saturday morning tabletop RPG setting. What I'm doing here is creating the poster art, the text and the arrows leading to the continent of Alyssa and the Vulture Island. And what you see on screen right now is what I promised to show, the creation of the compass, or the compass rose. I'm trying to get guides put down so that I get the correct size. Ultimately, what I do is that I fill up one of those squares and shrink it by 50% so I can get the guides in the correct place. Then I'm copying and pasting and rotating, snapping to rotation angles the entire time to create the first layer. That was me doing a bit of math because, the numbers, the amounts, and the angles have to be, a certain way. So I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. Yeah, that's just, you're just going to see me doing, adding detail, creating a simple shape based off of the grid applied, and then copying that shape and rotating it repeatedly to create something kind of unique and special. Yeah, that was a little bit too wide, so I narrowed it up. And I like the way that looked much, much more. Now I'm going back in and I'm using masks, so as to not destroy the detail, to simply hide the detail, and cleaning it up a bit. I said that like a question. I'm cleaning it up a bit? No, I'm cleaning it up a bit. That's what I'm doing exactly. And over here, I'm putting this little ninja star thing. Yeah, a ninja star thing. That's how I described it. That's how I described it when I was doing it, because that's what it felt like, a little ninja star thing. And I want to fill the little ninja star area with this hatching. But I didn't want to draw the hatching in because it would have been difficult and way more time consuming than drawing this actually was. You can see how long it took me to draw it because I did so on a live stream. The VOD is not necessarily available on Twitch, but I do have the live stream available here on YouTube. That live stream consists of part 1 and this part 2 of the continent of Abadu Regions. But you see there, I copied and pasted to get the hatching in. I used masks to, make sure that it stays in the background, stays where I want it to stay, and I'm cleaning things up, and eventually, right now, I'm going to be playing around with what colors I want to go where. Ultimately, I decided upon a much cleaner look, just white and red. It's a motif that's been around for a while in Saturday morning tabletop, and it really looked good, looked sexy on this this compass rose. So you're gonna see the white and red coming into play very shortly. That's how shortly it happened. See, right there. Did you get it? Did you miss it? You didn't miss it because you're looking at it. And now I'm putting down, the north, south, east, and west things in the same sort of, in a font style conducive to Saturday morning tabletop, and sticking with that white and red with black outline motif. So all I really have to do is drop it on the map, which I'm doing here, and create a drop shadow for it. I did the drop shadow myself instead of using the drop shadow modifier, because the drop shadow modifier, it isn't as good. I don't have as much control over it, and I couldn't get it to look like this. This is how I want it to look. The continent of Abadu and all 22, I believe, regions. It's a lot to play with, right? And it's only a small part.